La la la. Oh, hey everyone. Masaki here. My character Chinsei there, waving to you all. Hello. So, this is going to be an update video because over the weekend, either Friday or Saturday night, I actually think it was either Friday or Thursday night. Oh, sorry for the silence, but yay! But cheering because Eden underwent a huge patch and transformation. So as you can see, I have a different pet out right now. This is the nine-tailed fox. Over the past couple weeks, this entire month essentially, maybe a little longer, I don't know exactly when it started because I'd actually taken somewhat of a break from Eden up till this month. They were doing a giveaway because this pet hadn't come out yet, and during the time this pet hadn't come out yet, you could go onto Ignite or the website and find this thing for the event to like Eden Eternal on Facebook. And if you did that, all you had to do afterwards was put in your account name and the server that you're on, and they would send you this little guy in the item mall. Alright, so I am currently level 60, working on martial artist right now. It's the class that I'm in at the moment. I've finished Hunter because I'm actually working towards a class that I consider a dual class unlock, and that is the Ranger. And the Ranger requires level 60 martial artist and level 60 Hunter. Well, I finished off Hunter yesterday, and I have 4 more levels to finish off martial artist here. But I need to be level 65, not 60, in order to actually get it. And I was thinking potentially doing a little dungeon here. Well, I talked about some of the changes that they underwent. Have my little nine-tailed wave here too. They're so cute! And their sounds are just so much more adorable than those dogs. They don't have a battle ability though, sadly, but they're pretty handy to level them up. You know, they take a bit to level, but that'll be one of the things I'll be going over. I can't go over everything because I actually, during the reading and talking during the little box on the website where everyone talks, just sitting there waiting for the update to finish, where the game stages and the game masters talk to the people. And there is a lot of brand new content to this. Now, it is now Eden Eternal, the Reawakening. And they changed a lot of things, as you can see with the setup. You click this to make new channels now. It's now really easy to make and separate settings on your channels. You can still click this for settings, to change the settings on your tabs for your chat. But you click this to make a new chat tab, and then you can even just click this instead of this. This button right here that says Set for Settings, next to this plus button, to change the filters of your tabs for your chat. But you have to have the chat selected like that you're going to be changing with that. And then you just drag, and then you just click and drag to pull a tab separate like this. So I have this one tab up here. As you can see, there is a lot less options up here on the map now. There's the basic stuff there. Expand it, make it zoom in and zoom out, hide other players, unread messages, your mail essentially. Team search, battlefield, arena, rankings, event list, crystal altar, and peer channel. These are all still up here on the map. But as you recall, there was a ton of other commands that were on there, and you might be wondering, well, where did they go? Well, pull up your inventory, and there they are. Fusion, fortifying items, backpack manager, the archives, setting up booth for a shop, the class, your racial crafting, that's what class is. It's called class now, I guess, instead of racial crafting. But that's your racial crafting right there. The scissors with the say class. A box is the arcane box. Special currency, this pulls up as you can see. Alpaca coins, cross medals, honor stars, love coins if you have a couple, advanced trial medals novice, and intermediate trials. And glyphs, which is just this thing that used to be was on the class window. And now, as you saw there, I'll pull it up again. It says alpaca and coins, and I think, well, wait a minute, weren't the alpaca items slot machines that took tokens? And yes, they were. You know, well, how do we get these coins now? I mean, what did they change with the quests that gave you these that gave you the tokens? Well, technically the quests did not change themselves that give you the alpaca tokens. The tokens themselves got changed. Basically what happens is you do the reputation quests, you get the tokens. And what happens is you take the tokens, you right-click them, and they turn into the coins. It is 10 coins for a silver, or no, 10 coins for a copper, 10 coins for a bronze token, 100 for a silver token, 10 coins for a bronze token, 100 for a silver token, and you get 1,000 coins, I think it was. 1,000 coins, I think, for, I don't know, 1 coin, my bad, sorry. If you got 1,000 for a gold, that'd be way too easy for everything. So a bronze token gives you 1 coin, all silver tokens give you 10, and all of your gold tokens will give you 100 coins. And the coins are used to buy the capsules now, and you can also buy different dye colors for different parts through the alpacas now. And what happened with that is, that was the other thing that was changed with it. There is no longer a, pull down the window. There is no longer the slot machines. In every town now there is an alpaca shop, and that's where you spend them. So you can just go wherever you are to the nearest town spot, wherever all the shops and everything are, and you can go talk to the alpaca there to do them, instead of having to run the Tranquil Hill and trade them in at the machine. And it is like 10 tokens for a bronze capsule, 50 for a silver, and 100. No, it is 10 for a bronze, but it's 100 for a silver capsule, and then 1,000 coins for a gold. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, it is getting kind of late now, so if I'm kind of like having big gaps while I'm talking or anything, that'd be why. It's 10 o'clock. And it was a pretty hot day, and the heat was kind of draining. So anyways, our thing has changed. You go here if you're in a guild, to the guild window. And right here, instead of having to go into the guild town, you can click these 2 buttons to look through all of the regular guild quests and the dungeon guild quests. Save you a lot of time that way. Now, one of the things that was changed with the Reawakening is there was a lot of content added story-wise concerning the whole Reawakening thing, but a lot of it is early gameplay. And from what I was told when I was in the shout box talking with everyone, is the sages had said in order to experience most of this early gameplay stuff, you actually have to start a new character. You can't just go back and do it. Now, one thing they added was double jump. And you can actually jump on top of things now. Let me run around here and I'll kind of show you. So you can run around, now you can actually jump and run on top of things like this now. Whee! Okay. And one thing I noticed in a lot of areas is there's like what seems to be a story quest from the merchants, and I don't know how to get that. You must have to start a new character to get the Reawakening new story stuff that the merchants would give you for quests. Because every time I click on them, I just get the merchant shops. I can't get a quest. And then you have this, which is a really, really nice thing they did. That right there is the alpaca shop. It's the same in every store, and I'll go over that too because they changed the map some as well. It's the Happy Alpaca Shop, and it's always the Happy Alpaca Shop, and the alpaca is always Joankina. And what this is this aura here is you stand here for about 10-15 seconds or so, and this aura around the crystal, and you get this eternal pulsation buff, and the eternal pulsation buff will give you 10% extra class and 10% extra class and character experience for an hour. If you go into a dungeon though, it's gone, so it only has to be in the field. But the really nice thing about that, is that it lasts an hour, and you can easily refresh it by walking back into a crystal's aura. So like I say, like you've used about half an hour of it, and you want to renew it back to an hour, run back to an area where it has one of these crystals protecting it, and run into the thing until you say you have acquired the eternal pulsation state. And that's the other thing, when you do anything like pets or mounts or anything that puts a buff or debuff up here, on or off of you, you'll get that message saying you've entered the state or you've exited the state. And now I'll go into the map here. And this is different now. Now you just have these tabs with all the stuff. You can see right there, Happy Alpaca Joankina, if you're looking for that. In the map, it's right there on the list of merchants. As are the Junior Soul Guardians, and I'll get into that too a little bit, because that's changed a bit. But you have that one, and then the other new thing is they have Crystal Cross merchants now. And Crystal Cross merchants are by every dungeon. And basically you take the Crystal Cross medals you get from killing the named mobs and everything, and you can spend the Crystal Cross medals to buy boss drops. Yes, you can actually take the medals that you get from these named mobs now that are in the fields and the dungeons and everything, well, more so in the fields than anything, but you can take them, and with those medals you can look through all of the different armor and weapons that each boss in a dungeon drops, and you can purchase them with the Crystal Cross medals, which is a pretty nice idea. And they're only like maybe 30, 50, or 100 usually a piece. And there's two separate lists of drops. There's the boss weapons, there's the special boss weapons, and then the special boss armor. So yeah, and they're all listed in there. They're not categorized or anything really. You just click wherever you want, look through the armor, the weapons, and then find the one you're looking for. And see how much it is and buy it if you have enough Crystal Cross. Now trophies do not actually become, well, I shouldn't say become, they aren't available through the Crystal Cross merchants. So if you want trophies, you still have to run dungeons for them. And then regarding to dungeons and trials now, challenge runs are no longer unlimited. They changed the challenge runs to 10 times a day. So you can only do what was the harder version of the dungeons for loots and drops 10 times a day now per dungeon. And on top of that, the trials now each trial can only be ran twice in one day. So you can still run multiple trials, but each trial only has 2 runs. Well, I was told it's 3, but I heard 2 back in the shout box. So yeah, you can run each trial 3 times a day, and then if you want to do more trials after that, you have to do a different trial. So, and as you can see here also, the quest tracker is changed, unacquired quests and track quests, so it's really nice that they have that there. You can click this to minimize it. But basically, the gist of that is that the challenge dungeon runs and the trials are limited a little further now. 10 times per challenge dungeon and only 3 times per each trial. And this is something that you can change now if you prefer it the old way, as opposed to how it looks is done now. But by default in the settings now, if you want to go to some place, if you want to click on someone in the map to go to them, or click on a mob or a person in the quest tracker to go to them, or in the quest, yeah. If you want to go to someone in the quest tracker, It's on your, if you want to go to someone on the map here through one of these tabs, or you want to click a mob or a person that you have to go to in a quest that you have on your tracker, you left click, you don't right click. But you can change that back to right click if you want to change it, and you prefer doing it the older way with the right clicking. Another thing is, with casters and hunters, rangers, and engineers now, you can actually run around while shooting, which brings a whole new level of play to the arena. So you can actually I'm sorry, I lost my whole train of thought there for a second. But you can actually run around while you're shooting and casting with those classes now, which makes it a fair bit easier to actually solo a dungeon with a ranged class like hunter or engineer, because you can run around and avoid taking damage some and get out of the range of their AoEs and their spells while shooting at them while they're chasing you. But be warned, if you get too far away, they will run back to their spawn point, and they will instantly heal when they do that. They don't heal when they start running back. Once they reach the spawn point, they heal because they reset. And one of the neat things is, at level 60 here, you get a level 60 class, well, not classable, you get a level 60 skill for all of the classes in that set. Not quite sure how exactly to word that. Basically, once you hit 60, you'll get... Okay, yeah, this has changed too. Well, here, I'll show you. Here's your regular skills, here's your class skills. At level 60, at level 60, you get a new regular skill. And it'll transfer through every single class that shares that type of class. Thief and martial artist are both melee. So I got a level 60 melee skill that'll go between the two of them, like these other 6 do. As you can see here, the skill window actually changed some. You have all the classes right over here, and they're not separated by type of class anymore. And the class ability bonuses got changed some around. Some people were a little annoyed by that, because some people lost a couple of thousand attack or something. But it was just because of the way they reworked it. It wasn't a bug or anything. And here I'll show you your total gold and your total CP still. So what I want to do is just class, the transform button's right there. You just scroll to it, you don't have to pull up a tab or anything now, and you just click it to transform. And here you see these 3 tabs, class, news, and license knowledge. You click nicely. Did that license knowledge. And license knowledge now has all of your points to spend, all of your knowledge points and skills that you spend them on here now, instead of where they were before. So when you're going to spend knowledge points, when you pull up the skill window, you click the license knowledge tab, and this is where the whole section for spending knowledge points is now, and the certificates is below that. At level 60, you unlock the ability to actually use the 6th, well, is it 6th? 1, 2, 3, no, it's the 7th, like it says there. Once you hit level 60, you unlock the ability, as always, that has not changed at all. At level 60, you're finally able to use the 7th certificate slot. This is in your class skills. It says your class and regular skills. The license knowledge has all of your skills that you put, all of your class talents as they're called, where you put your knowledge points. And on the bottom of the screen is where you put your certificates. Oh yeah, and by the way, when you put your certificates down now, one of the things they did is you can't just put them down and be done. After you set your certificates in that you want to use, you have to hit confirm. And another thing with that is, you can put down 7 certificates even if you can't use 7 certificates. But it will not register until you hit confirm. And one thing I want to make sure of that is if you can't use 7 certificates, when you hit confirm, it'll remove the ones that you're not able to use yet. So say you can only use 4, which would be these top 2 here and then these 2. If you put one here and here and then hit confirm, it would remove those 2 from you. Whereas before, you just couldn't place a certificate down if you didn't have the slot open for it yet. Now we go on to class news, and some of this should look familiar. This is where all of the class skills are and all the certificates. Well, it's where it shows you all of the class skills and all of the certificates that you earn over levels. You can see there at the bottom there, class skills there, then the certificates that come with the class. There's the class stat bonuses and the characteristics that were up at the top here before. Weekly performance, which is monster conquests, arena victories, and territory war kills, if you are into any of that. I do this just because I like getting the medals, and I like killing those named mobs because they give a decent bit more experience than regular mobs. Then over here is the outfits. And it's not changed too much. It's basically still the same. If you have the ability to wear the outfit, it'll let you click it, and it'll show you a preview of what it looks like. So you click the outfit that you want, and then once you have the one selected that you want to wear, you hit set outfit just like before. Okay, we're heading over past 20 minutes now, so I'll probably try to wrap this up here shortly. If there's something else you might want to know, let me know in comments on Facebook or something, and I'll probably do another side video about what was changed. But I will cover a couple more things before I end this off here. So yeah, that's basically what happened with the skill window. They changed the character window around some too. Your trophies, your cape, your rings, your necklace, and your main hand and offhand are all up here at the top of this little window. Here's all of your different elemental and attack type protections. These are the elements, and that's light and dark, and those are the 3 types of attack: slash, piercing, and strike. And then instead of having all of your armors in one set of windows with tabs that you scroll through, your cloth, light, and heavy armor are now in their own little block here, so you can easily see all of your armor that you have equipped for your different classes at once without having to switch tabs. So you see the cloth armor is at top, and it shows you all of the pieces of cloth armor that I have equipped. Light armor in the middle, and all of the armor that I'm currently wearing because the martial artist uses light armor, and then heavy armor on the bottom. Then over here, have all of your attacks, your core stats, attack attributes, magic resist, defense, and then this is where all of your costume items and everything like that go. Now, as you can see, achievements and titles have been moved into this window too, because those were up here on the map before. So if you're looking to find your achievements that you can possibly do for experience, or your titles to switch them around and put on a different one, you pull up your character window with C, click the title tab. Here's the titles, general titles, honor titles, book titles. And I think fame titles here are fairly new. I'm not quite too sure. I just don't recall ever seeing the fame titles before now. And then the last tab on the very right is your achievements. And as you can see, they changed this around too. And I might go into that a little later. There's the victory and defeat quotes. I changed mine around some because I found out what it is. The defeat quote is what, when someone kills you, they see your defeat quote. So say I were to kill someone, their defeat quote would show up on my screen, and they would see my victory quote. So that's how those work. I might change that because that's a lyric from a song, and it's a metaphorical lyric, but it's kind of creepy. I won't go into the details of what that is, as it's kind of past the PG point. And you have the gear upgrade, which I don't have your specific items you need to have in order to do gear upgrades, and I don't have any of them. And all trophies, by the way, you can throw into the archives, and the highest tier drops from the bosses now, they can't be sold, aka they can't be traded. You can't give them to other people, so you can't put them up in auction houses or in a shop and sell them, and you can't sell them off to NPCs. So what you do with them now is you put them in the arcane box and you disassemble them, and it gives you 3 crystal cross medals, or what the game calls a crystal cross 3-pack. And it just looks like an ingot, and you click it in your items once. Well, after you disassemble it and you pull it into your items in your bag, you pull out the bag and you right click the ingot looking item 3-pack, and it turns into 3 crystal medals into your medal count there. And I'm sorry if it kind of sounded really awkward, or lost my place a lot, or just fumbled with what I was trying to say a lot, but that's been the gist of what I can basically show you for the most part. So, I thank you for watching, and goodbye.